Welcome to a journey that might just change the way you interact with the world. Did you know that 85% of your success in life is determined by your social skills? That's right, not your technical skills, but how you communicate and connect with others. Dale Carnegie, in his groundbreaking book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, unlocked these secrets decades ago, yet they are more relevant than ever today. In this series, we're diving into 12 life-changing strategies that will transform your interactions, both personal and professional. You'll be amazed at how simple yet powerful these techniques are. From the art of listening to the magic of a genuine smile, each chapter is packed with practical tips that are easy to apply in your everyday life. Think it's all just common sense? Think again. These are time-tested, scientifically backed strategies that have helped millions. And now, they're about to help you. Get ready to explore stories, facts, and insights that will open your eyes to a whole new world of possibilities. So buckle up. We're about to embark on a journey that will not only teach you how to win friends and influence people, but also show you how these timeless principles can lead to a more fulfilling and successful life. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Learning to hold my tongue. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment that you later regretted? Yeah, me too. Dale Carnegie, in his book, says, "Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do." That hit me hard. Did you know that according to a study, negative comments have a 5 times greater impact on our mood than positive ones? It's true. So I started practicing holding back my criticism. It wasn't easy at first, but the change in people's reactions was astounding. They seemed more open, friendlier. It's like that old saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Simple, but it works. By biting my tongue, I've noticed my relationships improving. Less conflict, more understanding. It turns out, keeping those negative thoughts to myself makes life a whole lot smoother. Chapter 2. The Power of Sincere Appreciation. We all crave appreciation, right? Carnegie puts it beautifully. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. And he's on to something. Studies show that when people feel appreciated, their job satisfaction and productivity soar. I started making an effort to genuinely appreciate people around me. Not just a casual thanks, but really noticing what they do well. Like telling my coworker, "I really admire how you handled that client," and meaning it. The smiles I received in return were priceless. And guess what? People started responding more positively to me too. It's like a boomerang effect. What you give comes back to you. Appreciation doesn't cost a thing, yet its value is immense. It's amazing how 2 simple words, thank you, can make such a big difference. Chapter 3. Sparking others' desires. Now this one's interesting. Carnegie says, arouse in the other person an eager want. At first I didn't get it. But then I read about a study where salespeople who focused on the customer's needs increased their sales by 23%. It's all about putting yourself in their shoes. I tried this with my team. Instead of telling them what to do, I started asking about their goals and interests. The change was like night and day. They became more engaged, more motivated. It's like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But if you make the horse thirsty, it'll drink on its own. That's the power of understanding and tapping into what others really want. Chapter 4. Genuine Connections. Have you ever talked to someone who just nods but doesn't really listen? We've all been there. Carnegie's advice is golden. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. So I decided to try it out. I started asking people about their interests, their day, their dreams. And I listened, really listened. The results? Incredible. People opened up like never before. They felt valued, understood. And that's not just fluff. Studies show that feeling understood activates parts of our brain associated with reward and emotional bonding. It turns out showing genuine interest in others is the secret sauce to building lasting connections. Who knew being curious about others could be so rewarding? Chapter 5. The Smile That Changed My Day. Have you ever noticed how a smile can change the whole vibe of a conversation? Carnegie says, a smile says, "I like you. You make me happy. I am glad to see you." That's why I started smiling more, even when I didn't feel like it. And something funny happened. I actually started feeling happier. Science backs this up. Studies show that smiling can trick your brain into a happier state. I tried this simple trick in a tense meeting once, just smiling, and the atmosphere lightened up. People responded more warmly. It's weird how a simple curve on your face can work wonders, right? It's like wearing a universal sign saying, "Hey, I'm friendly." A smile costs nothing, but it can mean everything in making a good first impression. Chapter 6. The Sweetest Sound. Remember when someone unexpectedly used your name in a conversation and you felt a bit more special? Carnegie knew this trick. He said, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language." So, I started making a conscious effort to use names more often. It was a game changer. People perked up. They paid more attention. It's backed by research too. Hearing our name activates different parts of our brain than hearing other words. It's a signal of individual recognition in a world where we often feel like just another face in the crowd. By simply using someone's name, I could make them feel seen and important. It's such a small effort, but it strengthens connections like nothing else. Chapter 7. The Art of Listening. We've all been guilty of waiting for our turn to speak rather than truly listening, haven't we? Carnegie advises, be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. So I tried just that. I began to listen more and talk less. The change was remarkable. People opened up. They shared more. It turns out active listening is not just polite, it's powerful. Studies suggest that good listeners are perceived as more empathetic and trustworthy. By simply listening, I was building stronger, more meaningful relationships. It's about showing genuine interest and empathy, not just nodding your head. Listening isn't just about understanding words, it's about understanding people. Chapter 8. Talking their talk. Ever talk to someone who only talks about themselves? Boring, right? Carnegie hit the nail on the head when he said, talk in terms of the other person's interests. So I switched my approach. Instead of talking about my interests, I started conversations about what they liked. The effect was immediate. People became more animated, more engaged. It's like they lit up. It makes sense. A study found that talking about ourselves activates the same pleasure centers in the brain as food and money. By focusing on their interests, I was essentially giving them a mental treat. It's a simple strategy, but it makes a world of difference. It shows you care about what they care about, and that's a great way to bond with anyone. Chapter 9. Making others feel important. You know that warm, fuzzy feeling when someone makes you feel really important? Dale Carnegie nailed it when he said, make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. I took this to heart. I started acknowledging small things people did, thanking them for their efforts. The smiles I got in return were priceless. It's not just about flattery, it's about genuine recognition. And guess what? Research shows that feeling valued and important can boost a person's performance and engagement. It's like giving someone a verbal pat on the back. A simple acknowledgement can turn someone's day around. Making others feel important doesn't just benefit them, it creates a positive cycle of respect and appreciation. Chapter 10. Avoiding arguments. Arguments? We've all been there, right? Carnegie offers a golden nugget. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. I used to jump into arguments trying to prove my point, but I learned that arguing usually leads nowhere. It's like digging a hole for yourself. Did you know that when we argue, our brains get into a defensive mode, making it hard for us to understand the other perspective? So, I started stepping back from arguments. Instead, I began to listen and understand where the other person was coming from. It's not about winning, it's about understanding. This shift in approach saved me from a lot of stress and pointless bickering. Avoiding arguments doesn't mean giving up your opinion. It's about choosing a more peaceful and productive way to communicate. Chapter 11. Respecting opinions. Never say you're wrong. That's a piece of advice from Carnegie that really makes you think. We all have our opinions, and they often clash. But I've learned that telling someone they're wrong is a surefire way to hit a brick wall in any conversation. Everyone's viewpoint feels valid to them. So I started practicing respect for differing opinions. Even if I disagree, I try to see where they're coming from. It's not easy, but it opens up dialogue instead of shutting it down. You know, studies have found that when people feel their opinions are respected, they're more likely to engage in a constructive discussion. It's about building bridges, not walls. Respecting different opinions doesn't mean compromising your beliefs. It means valuing the human being behind the belief. Chapter 12. Admitting mistakes. Admitting a mistake is a sign of strength, not weakness, Carnegie believed. And he's right. Owning up to my mistakes was tough at first. But I realized something profound. It builds trust. When I started saying, "I was wrong, I'm sorry," something shifted. People responded with respect, not criticism. There's actually research showing that admitting mistakes can enhance your credibility and authenticity. It's a humbling experience, but it's also empowering. It shows you're human just like everyone else. Admitting mistakes isn't about self-blame. It's about taking responsibility and growing from the experience. It's a powerful step towards building genuine, trustworthy relationships. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more incredible videos like this one.